or Steve, whoever was.
I'm good. I don't.
Bill, it wasn't really forecasted real hard to end up this way today, was it?
Not a ton. We've been watching this. Ironically, the same forecast models that did a really good job predicting this activity on Friday was predicting this activity here today. And the thing I think that most everybody was fairly confident on is it was not going to be a large number of storms, but just, I guess, the number of storms that we've seen. It doesn't matter. It matters the size of the storms, and that's what we're seeing here again today. Again, tornado warning out, and this is for Laramie County here. Let me read you the latest information that we have. It's a tornado warning for a confirmed tornado a mile west of Albin Road, or 31 miles northeast of Cheyenne, moving east at 30. Damaging tornado and baseball-size hail likely with this storm. It will be near Gun Barrel. In addition to the tornado, which is on the ground, they're saying a baseball-size hail is likely. We've got an incredible signature here on radar right now, and unlike when this storm was in the Scottsbluff-Gehring area, this storm fairly close to the radar, and they're able to see in lower levels of this a lot better than they are in some of the lower levels, and when the storms get closer to the region. A well-defined circulation on radar. For those of you watching on our YouTube or KNEB.TV streams, we're zooming in on the radar, and you'll be able to see that very well-defined hook there to it, again, on the south edge of this storm. And it does have some rotation with it as well, and that is why we have this tornado warning out, and we've also had multiple reports of tornadoes with this storm intermittently on the ground, off and on. So that is why we do have a tornado warning out. And again, it goes until 7:15 for Laramie County. And again, Dan's already seen tennis ball size hail with this storm, and concerned that that's going to continue here with this storm as well. So that is why that tornado warning remains in effect. Again, it's moving east at about 30 miles an hour. So if we take that center of circulation, move it out to the east, maybe just a little bit south of east, this storm very well could end up. Go ahead, Dan.
Tornado on the ground right behind me here, just to my west. See if I can whip this around. I'll get it in the view here.
Okay, well, again, Dan reporting another tornado on the ground.
There it is. Tornado on the ground right here.
And that's west of Albin. Is that right, Dan?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we're just now coming into. Go ahead.
Just southwest of Albin.
We're seeing this come into focus right now. Here, as it's a little late. We have a bit of a delay on your stream, so when you tell us you're seeing something, it takes about a minute for us to see it. We can see the tornado. We can see the circulation all the way to the ground there. That tornado is not very far away from you.
No, I'm moving.
That's a smart idea, I would say. Again, go ahead.
It's getting big. It's going to be a big one. There's a really big circulation setting down here.
Okay, make sure you stay safe. Get yourself where you need to go. Get relocated, and we will continue to track this. It's not very far away from Albin. It might go just south of Albin, but Weather Service wants folks to pay attention. If you're in Bushnell or Pine Bluffs, you need to stay weather aware. This storm is just to your northwest and moving to the southeast at about 30 miles an hour. We'll let Dan get repositioned here and get away from the danger there. Much like, and the rotation on radar is very well defined right now. from what we're seeing. So definitely confirming that tornado's in there.
Yeah, you guys can't see it. I'm running away from it, but I can see it behind. Big area rotation down.
Okay, again, this is just southwest of Albin. And again, Dan is repositioning, as he should be, as that tornado came in kind of next to him there. And this is, again, a large tornado on the ground just southwest of Albin and moving southeast. So, again, the worst of the storm should go just south of Albin in terms of the – now, that's in terms of the tornado. The hail itself is likely going to be in Albin as well as this goes to the north and up through Meriden. It almost looks like the storm's starting to split a little bit, which would be not uncommon either, which would put another section of this storm off to the north. I see you've backed up.
Okay, we've got the big cone, and we got a satellite off to the south. Got a satellite off to the south, a little rope. I've got. It's getting big, and that cone is right here. Really big circulation setting down here.
Okay. Make sure you stay safe. Get yourself. Again, we're tracking this very carefully. Again, Dan, you said it's a big tornado on the ground, and it has a satellite with it as well, correct?
Yeah, there was a satellite due south of it, a rope satellite.
Okay. Again, this is just southwest of Albin still, probably getting pretty close to probably due south now of Albin maybe. Still, I think, a little southwest of Albin, so it has not got to Albin yet. But we can confirm a large rain-wrapped tornado southwest of Albin, 30 miles west of Kimball, moving east at 30 miles an hour. Spotters have confirmed a tornado. We've confirmed that with you live here on the radio. And again, it's going to be dangerous to those caught outdoors. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. East Central Laramie County is where we're at. We're in rural areas south of Highway 216, south of Albin Road. Eventually, we'll approach Highway 215 south of Albin. And again, that's the road that runs between Albin and Pine Bluffs. And we may have lost Dan briefly there with some cell phone connectivity. No, I believe he's back now again. It's kind of a rough area there for Dan, so we may lose him briefly. If we do, we will bring him back and get him back as soon as we can. Again, this is a significant tornado that is on the ground, a large damaging tornado, and we are in the vicinity of just southwest of Albin. This storm is moving to the southeast and is capable of producing, in addition to the tornado, 2-inch diameter hail. And there's actually a couple of areas of rotation, Dan. I'm not sure you could still hear us. If you can, it looks like a secondary area of rotation, maybe due west there of Albin as well, right along Highway 216. So we'll let him get repositioned there and hopefully get back with him in just a moment. I believe we've lost him, Steve. I can't confirm that, but sounds like he maybe is
I think maybe that's correct. We'll have him call us back as soon as he's able, and we'll get him back on here.
Okay, again, this tornado is on the ground, a large damaging tornado. It's rain-wrapped. It's just southwest of Albin, 30 miles west of Kimball, moving east at 30 miles an hour. And certainly this storm is stronger than what we anticipated and is coming together quicker than what we anticipated. We figured there would be the possibility of some severe weather. Certainly did not indicate that there would be maybe a lot of tornadic activity today. So that is certainly over and above what was anticipated. Of course, any severe thunderstorm can and occasionally do produce tornadoes, but this storm is definitely overachieving there.
The other heavier part of that thunderstorm cell, where that hail core is the heaviest, up by Meriden and up to the north of there, and in an area of west of LaGrange, maybe west of Highway 85, kind of in the vicinity of Bear Mountain, up in that part of Goshen County right now.
Yes, and again, we can confirm we've had tennis ball and baseball size hail on Highway 85 as the storm passed through. We've had a tornado on the ground at last report. We don't have Dan with us right now. We expect him back here in just a moment, but I can tell you, based on what we've seen on radar, this tornado likely has not lifted. Likely has not lifted, and we're continuing to check this as well. But there was earlier some indication of potential debris even on radar.
Movement of that tornado, according to the latest information, easterly at 30 miles per hour.
That's correct. And again, until we get Dan back here, we'll depend on radar here for a few minutes and tell you what we're seeing off radar. You push this to the east-southeast, which is the direction it's going, at about 30 miles an hour. That could put it in Bushnell in 40 minutes or so. So not overly a long period of time. This tornado warning is set to expire at 7:15. It's close to moving outside the polygon that was drawn already. So we do expect that this will be extended, as we do see some areas of rotation in there. And again, maybe 2 or 3 different rotation on a little more broad basis. But it certainly appears with a couplet there would be a tornado on the ground.
Bill, we have Dan back on the line with us now. So
excellent. Dan, is the tornado still down?
Did have him, I thought.
Okay, we'll wait for him to hopefully come back here with us in just a moment. Again, tracking this storm here tonight, we do have multiple reports of tornadoes with this storm. This is a very rough cell phone set reception area here that Dan is in. But we wait for an update on that. We can tell you a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for southwestern Scotts Bluff, northwestern Banner, southeastern Goshen, and northeastern Laramie counties. Until 8, severe thunderstorm was near Meriden Rest area, 34 miles south of Torrington, moving northeast at 20 miles an hour. Tennis ball size hail and 70-mile-an-hour winds are expected with this storm. Again, it includes LaGrange, Hawk Springs, Meriden Rest area. So again, that is some of the same area that was impacted on Friday night. And again, it's moving to the northeast. That's the northern part of this storm. As we talked about, it has split, and that is concerning as well. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that.
And that tornado warning is officially listed until 7:15. We're coming up to 7:10 now.
If we do have a few more minutes yet on that tornado warning, so we'll have to keep a very close eye on that here as we continue to track these storms across the region. Had a brief interruption here in my in my data source, so let me get this back up with you here to let you know that we will check back in with Dan Fitz here as soon as he's able to talk to us. Again, this is a cell phone reception area that's not the greatest out there in the rural areas of eastern Laramie County, but as soon as we do have him back on, we will get Dan back in here with us. We don't want you to think that we've forgotten about him, but we just have to wait for him to get reconnected here, and as soon as we get him back on, we will definitely be chatting with him. Again, we have a couple of different warnings out. I think we can update you on the severe thunderstorm warning that's to the north of this cell, too. So let me update you on that. It is, in effect, the severe thunderstorm warning off to the north of the main cell is being extended out. So I think that's primarily the update there. Tennis ball size hail, 70-mile-an-hour winds. Storm near LaGrange, moving east at 30. And again, that warning has been extended into Banner and Scotts Bluff counties as well now, as the storm moving to the northeast here at about 30 to 35 miles an hour. That's that portion of it. The southern portion of it's moving east-southeast. The storm is split, very similar to what happened with these supercells. They split and start to move in opposite directions. Part of it moves off to the north. The other part of it moves more to the east. So a northeast and by an east-southeast. Ultimately, that lends you to where you get at with this activity. So again, all we can tell you right now is that last check there was a tornado on the ground, and as we look at rotation and Doppler radar, it certainly appears that there would be a potential tornado still on the ground. It is going to be, we're going to call it about 7 miles or so southwest of Albin. That is where the storm would be still on the ground. So we definitely want to pay attention to that here, and hopefully we're able to get some ground reporting back from Angela Philbrick, State Farm Insurance Weather Chaser Dan Fitz here in just a moment.
Yes, we're waiting for his call, and we'll get that on. I think we've got one coming in right now from Dan. Let's see if we can get some contact with Dan on the line here now. Dan?
There we go, Dan. We
Yeah,
can hear your hail now.
We lost him again, maybe.
Yeah, we'll leave him up here and see if he comes in and out a little bit. Again, there we go. I think maybe we have you back now. Dan, are you still there? Yep. Boy, we're having still some difficulties there catching you on that, Dan. We're only catching about every 2 or 3 words out of you. Now we can hear the hail again. Maybe you're coming in better. Dan, are you with us again?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, we can hear you now for the best we've heard you in a while. Go ahead and repeat that, please.
I've tried to look into there multiple times. I'm right there. It's totally rain wrapped. You got to be really in that rain and hail to see it. Looks like a really, really big circulation. It's wide.
Okay, and again, so it appears that it is still on the ground, and it appears that the storm is still large and extremely dangerous. So we want folks to know that we are tracking this very carefully. We have a new tornado warning just came out for northwestern Kimball and east central Laramie counties. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near Albin, moving to the east at 30 miles an hour. It is 2-inch diameter hail and a tornado likely with this storm. Still rural areas of northwestern Kimball and east central Laramie counties, but this is a confirmed tornado, and we're watching this very closely, Steve, as that new tornado warning is out now for portions of Kimball County.
Yeah, just issued and moving east, as you mentioned, moving east at about, 30 miles per hour, 30 miles per hour.
Yes, 30 miles an hour. Again, it's moved more to the south and east, and we continue to track this very carefully as it is moving to the southeast. We'll hopefully, Dan is very, very close to it and unable to see it, and it is rain wrapped. That makes it very dangerous, so do not wait till you see or hear the tornado. If you are on Highway 215 between Albin and Pine Bluffs, you need to seek shelter, as this storm is very, very near crossing over Highway 216. The tornado not far from Albin, just southwest of Albin, And again, it is definitely there on radar. And like Dan said, he is right next to it. Giant circulation, but unable to see that tornado as it's rain wrapped.
We'll wait for Dan to call us back once he gets set up in a new area. And like you said, Bill, that coverage for cell phone over in that area is kind of sketchy at best. Yes.
Again, this is a very significant situation. The good news is there is not a large area of population here in this storm. It looks to me like the worst of this rotation now is due south of Albin, just west of Highway 215. So again, due south of Albin, just west of Highway 215. That is where this storm is at. And as we watch that here on radar, that is going to move it over Highway 215 very, very shortly. And it is a very wide, large tornado that Dan reported briefly there when we were able to talk to him with that the poor cell phone coverage there. Again, it's between Albin and Pine Bluffs on highway, very near Highway 215. That's State Highway 215 that runs between Albin and Pine Bluffs. Closer to Albin than Pine Bluffs, but not far from the middle of that state route is where that tornado is right now. And if we look at the location of where that is and track that out, Steve, we're talking about, we're going to say 5 miles or so south of Albin. Again, 5 miles or so south of Albin is where that would be.
Dan on the line again. Are we dead, Dan? Lost him again.
It's a rough area there. Very difficult to check in with him, and we're watching this closely. And we obviously, without his cell signal, have not been able to get his live stream back up either. But that is certainly something that we're going to pay close attention to here as well. Again, we should mention also, Steve, a new severe thunderstorm warning includes portions of Scottsbluff, Banner, Goshen, and Laramie counties.
Yes, that particular thunderstorm warning for that area that Bill just mentioned is in effect until 8 o'clock this evening, covering northwestern Scottsbluff County, or make that southwestern Scottsbluff County, northwest Banner, and areas of southeastern Goshen County and northeastern Laramie County until 8. 7:07, a severe storm near the Meriden Rest area, and moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. The main threat is that large hail up to tennis ball size, and wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. Locations impacted include LaGrange area, the Hawk Springs and Hawk Springs Recreation area, the Meriden Rest area, and the Hawk Springs Campground and the town of Hawk Springs as well. That thunderstorm warning for that area in effect until 8 this evening.
Yeah, we're tracking this as we wait for Dan's live stream to come back. We actually can zoom in on this storm a little bit from our Viera wireless camera network. We're looking at it from the Archer area. We can see that some of that lowering there and unable to clearly make out the rotation, but we can tell you that definitely a very strong thunderstorm in that location right now. Again, as we track that, looking from Archer, which is just east of Cheyenne, so it's quite a ways away, but still close enough that we can see the back edge of that storm.
Okay, I think we got Dan calling us again. Let's see if we can get him on now. Dan Fitz, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we got you great this time.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that tornado is lifted. I can see with the remnants of the wall cloud, like that circulation's down anymore.
Okay, so again, Dan says the tornado should have lifted. He could see the remnants there of the wall cloud. It doesn't look quite as strong on radar, although there may be some new development to the far edges of this storm. So we'll keep an eye very closely on that, Dan, as it may be recirculating a bit.
You've lost him again there.
There's no doubt in my mind, based on what Dan reported and what we're seeing on radar, that this tornado was on the ground for several minutes across northeastern portions of Laramie County. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 8 for southwestern Scottsbluff, northwestern Banner, southeastern Goshen, and northeastern Laramie counties. Severe thunderstorm over LaGrange, 32 miles south of Torrington, moving northeast at 20, capable of ping-pong ball-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. This does include LaGrange and the Hawk Springs Recreation and Hawk Springs Campground area. Again, that severe thunderstorm warning goes until 8 o'clock. That is for the northern edge of this thunderstorm. The southern edge of the storm is under a severe thunderstorm warning as well. And that tornado warning then on the south edge of it, confirmed tornado 5 miles south of Albin, moving east at 25. Again, we do expect that this storm has lifted from what Dan can see, and we're certainly hopeful that that is the case. But again, we'll have to check back in with him when we can. It does look like there might be some new rotation out there in a couple of places, and including maybe a little bit of broad rotation very near Albin. So if you're in that area, you may want to seek shelter. No official tornado warning in effect for Albin itself. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning issued on this cell too, Steve. It is a severe thunderstorm warning that's going to go now until 8 o'clock for northwestern Kimball, southwestern Banner, and east central Laramie counties. It does include the city of Kimball. It also includes Albin, Oliver Campground, Oliver Reservoir, Harrisburg, and Bushnell. At 7:22, a severe thunderstorm over Albin, 25 miles northwest of Kimball, moving east at 35. This includes I-80 between mile markers 16 and 24. 70-mile-an-hour winds and ping-pong ball-size hail is likely. A tornado cannot be ruled out, so you should move immediately inside a sturdy structure away from windows. Again, this is a new development there. Again, new severe thunderstorm warning just issued. It goes until 8 o'clock for portions of Banner, Kimball, and Laramie counties, including Bushnell, Harrisburg, Albin, and Kimball. Storm near Albin moving to the east at about 35 miles an hour. That particular line of storms now, it's more of a linear form to it. But again, the southern edge is where that tornado has been. Move that out at about 35 miles an hour, and that is going to track across portions of Kimball County. New update on that tornado warning. Let's bring you the latest on it. Tornado warning continues until 7:45. At 7:22, a confirmed tornado was near Albin, 22 miles west of Kimball, moving east at 30. This storm has a history of multiple tornadoes. It is currently lifted, but please stay updated in the event a new tornado occurs. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught outside. This will be in rural areas of northwestern Kimball and east central Laramie counties. So that's the latest that we have there, Steve.
And there is a thunderstorm watch for this area, too, until midnight. So the potential is there for maybe some of this activity to linger on for a better part of the evening into, well, late tonight maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, and it's, I think this is probably the main show. I think it's going to be this cell, and that's probably about it, but it's splitting a bit. So it is going to move across the region there. Does look like some new development in the tornado warning portion of that down in southern portions of Kimball County, or just entering the northwestern portions of Kimball County, I should say. So if you're in that area, you need to plan accordingly, as it does look like we're getting very near another tornado again on radar. So plan accordingly, again, if you're in that area, as we are very near, looks like on radar anyway, some new developing rotation with this storm. And again, unfortunately, we haven't been able to check in with Angela Philbrick, State Farm Insurance weather chaser Dan Fitz much here over the last half hour, as we've been in some rough cell phone signal area with him. But it looks like for the most part, this storm continues. As he mentioned, the tornado did lift, and the Weather Service is saying that the tornado may have lifted. But even if the tornado is lifted, you need to plan accordingly, as it could produce a tornado, as it's got a history of doing so, multiple tornadoes.
I think we got Dan calling us again. Let's go ahead and see if we can get Dan back on the air. Dan, go ahead.
All right, Dan, can you hear us? Apparently not. So, again, not working great at all here.
Nice.
There you go. Maybe we can catch you a little bit here, Dan.
Yeah, I can hear you guys. I'm still just running from it here. I can see that original area to my northwest, which would be just very near the Albin area right now. And then there's a big shelf kind of going off to the southwest of me that looks like there might be a possible chance of a new area to get going down there.
That's what we're seeing here on radar. We're seeing that potential new rotation there. One right in the Albin area, and then another one off to the south, like you mentioned. This would be probably 8 to 10 miles or so southeast of Albin now. At the end of that shelf cloud, there's certainly a little bit of an appendage on the south part of that radar that we're concerned about. So to recap, as of right now, you do not see a tornado on the ground.
No, but I see a well-organized wall cloud, and it actually looks a little more organized than it was just a little bit ago. Just in the Albin area there.
Okay, so again, this would be on the north edge of that, and the northern part of that storm. We'll see if we can get back with you here as we continue to watch this very carefully. Again, it's a very well-defined wall cloud, as Dan mentioned, and again, this is right in Albin. Again, no tornado on it, but it's well defined, and looks like it's getting more organized, as Dan just reported. This whole area is moving to the southeast, but there's literally 3 different areas of rotation in this storm, and that makes it difficult at times to be able to track these. And very similar to the other day, Dan, it seems like a tornado forms and then lifts and then another one forms, and it's not always exactly linear.
Yeah, this one's very, very, very messy, that's for sure. Okay, I don't know. I thought I saw a rope on the backside of this wall cloud for a second, but I don't think it's good. Never mind.
What kind of hail do you have right there where you're at, Dan? Like, we can hear it.
This is quarters. I'm out in front of it. Quarter size falling right here. I did have baseballs just southwest of Albin. I couldn't get a report out. I didn't have any cell signal, but I had baseballs southwest of Albin there.
Okay. And you're seeing quarters now, and where are you at exactly? Where are you at right now, Dan, exactly?
Here. I am 8 miles to the east-southeast, mostly southeast of Albin, looking back to the northwest on my stream.
Okay. We'll see if we can get that up here for everybody. Hopefully we're able to bring that back up. We are. So we're seeing that storm now on stream. We've got some hail there. We're seeing some hail and drifts now on the side of some of the roads in southern Goshen County from that storm. That is the northern edge of this storm, and that's something we're paying attention to. Is that storm, if it continues on its current path, would probably, if it holds together, move into the Scottsbluff-Gehring area in about an hour. It's still capable of ping pong ball size hail located over LaGrange. And let's see if this is some new information here. Nope, that's old information that I have, so nothing new to report here on these warnings as we speak. We do have a new tornado warning just issued, Dan. This is for the one that you're talking about. Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near Albin, 22 miles northwest of Kimball, moving east at 50 miles an hour. In addition to a tornado, golf ball size hail is likely. This tornado warning is for southwestern Banner in northeastern Laramie counties until 8 o'clock. Again, it will rain over rural areas of southwestern Banner and northeastern Laramie counties. Take cover now. This storm is capable of producing a tornado at any moment. Again, near Albin, 22 miles northwest of Kimball. So that's what we're watching in your stream is the northern part of that, right, Dan?
Yep. You're looking at that northern part. It's getting wrapped in rain more again. So I can't see into it at all.
Again, this is very concerning and certainly something that we'll want to pay close attention to here as we watch this storm move across the region. Again, it is definitely capable of producing some hail, definitely capable of producing some damaging winds, and very likely a tornado. As we've seen multiple times already, a tornado has been reported with this storm. Again, it is in moving into Banner County now, Steve. So crossing over the Wyoming border into Nebraska.
I think that other tornado warning, there's some new information on that, perhaps. 731, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located about 9 miles to the southeast of Albin, right in that area, or close to that area where Dan is. And this tornadic thunderstorm, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado, was moving east at about 30 miles per hour. The tornadic threat and golf ball size hail with that tornado warning, that is to the south of that warning area that you just talked about, Bill.
Yep, so twin tornado warnings on the north and south edge of the main storm. It'd actually be the center and the south edge. The north edge is that severe thunderstorm warned storm. Definitely here on radar, Dan, the part that you're honed in on certainly shows the most potential for rotation. We're almost seeing it, and where it's at is actually going to be on the back side of this rain, completely on the back side of this rain, just east of Albin. And if that continues to form in that area, that leads to a very dangerous situation, as that means anywhere like where you're trying to see it at from where you'd ordinarily want to see the tornado, you've got rain completely out in front of it.
Yeah, the rain's wrapped clear around the south, east, and even on maybe even the northeast side. I was right in there. I couldn't see it. And when that tornado was big, there was a satellite off to the south. That thing was big enough. I'm not sure if that was a satellite or if that was just that tornado was that big. It was big.
Any idea how big you're thinking it was?
At least half a mile, maybe more.
Wow. Again, when that was earlier, when it was southwest of Albin, and again, that is a big storm and a big potential tornado there, and thankfully, it's a lot of rural areas there, and again, we've talked about this before. It's rural only until it hits your home. If you have a home or farmstead in there, and there looks like a lot of circles and crops in that area primarily, but certainly, hopefully everybody is safe and heeding this. We have some indications now, Dan, on that area just southeast of Albin, where you're getting close to. Some indications on radar right now is we may be up in the softball size for hail, and that is not uncommon here with these storms. Again, a very severe storm. Again, looking at it on radar, I could see the rotation has wrapped around the back side of it. And again, if there is a tornado out there, it is going to be wrapped around just to the east of Albin. And again, if there's another tornado on the south edge of it, which that rotation has become quite broad. But if there is a tornado there, it's going to be not very far from Bushnell. And again, that area is still tornado warned. We'll see if it continues to be tornado warned here, or if it is no longer tornado warned here at 7:45 when that warning is set to expire.
And folks can check out Dan's stream on that storm through the Rural Radio Network websites. Click on weather and then Storm Chaser Dan Fitz, and he's got that camera pointed back on this storm again, and that is up and running again. So
yep, and we're watching this as well. You can go to our Facebook page or our YouTube page. We do have live streaming video, and on Allo Channel 15, Mobius 1500 as well. Dan, it sounds like you're maybe getting into some of that larger hail there.
Yeah. Quarters falling here. I'm out in front of it now.
It also looks like you've damaged your nice shiny windshield too. So here we go with that again. New tornado warning.
You really didn't plan on doing that right away.
New tornado warning just issued. This is brand new. It is for western Kimball County. This includes Oliver Campground, Oliver Reservoir, and the city of Kimball. At 7:35, a thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near Oliver Campground, 14 miles west of Kimball, moving southeast at 35 miles an hour. It is going to be near Oliver Campground at 7:45, Oliver Reservoir at 7:50, and near Kimball by 8 o'clock. Take cover now. This storm is capable of producing a tornado and ping-pong ball-size hail. Again, it is a brand-new tornado warning. It does include the Bushnell area, Oliver Campground, Oliver Reservoir, and it is until 8 o'clock, Steve. That area in Kimball County, very familiar to you, is your hometown area.
right, and this particular tornadic thunderstorm, again, as you mentioned, it's going to be near the Oliver Campground area by about 7:45. The Oliver Reservoir area by about 7:50, and you mentioned Bushnell also in that in the potential path of that severe weather down in that part of Kimball County right now. That's the storm that's primarily moved out of Laramie County, and there's a tornado warning back to the west of there as well for that area southeast of Albin in very far northwestern Kimball County and extreme eastern Laramie County, southeast of Albin. So there are two specific tornado warnings for that area. That newest one does include the Kimball area as well. So
Yeah, new tornado warning out for the city of Kimball, Oliver Reservoir, Oliver Campground, Bushnell. It does look like there's some new rotation going right into Bushnell, so we'll have to keep a very close eye on that here as well as that storm moves over the region. Again, if you're in the area near Bushnell, eventually over towards Kimball, it's time to seek shelter. We cannot confirm whether there's a tornado on it. This whole cell is rain-wrapped. There's also another storm. If you're southwest of Harrisburg, just north of that Kimball County line in rural southwestern Banner County, also time for you to seek shelter. In addition to these tornadoes, at least golf ball size hail. We have some indications it could be larger in areas as well. We have also an update on that severe thunderstorm warning. It's been whittled down a bit for southwestern Scottsbluff, northwestern Banner, southeastern Goshen, northeastern Laramie County. Severe thunderstorm near LaGrange, 27 miles southwest of Scottsbluff, moving northeast at 20. Quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds are likely. That storm also going to remain over rural areas. That's the northern edge of that storm. Again, the southern edge of the storm and the central portion of the storm is where we have the tornado warnings at. And Dan, that area you're getting very close to, that area is the most intense and where we still show the most rotation with this storm. And I know we've talked about this. It's very hard to see in there as it's completely rain wrapped, and it sounds like you're getting into some more hail.
Yeah, still just that smaller hail, nothing too big out here, out in front of it. It looks like that northern end is falling apart, turning into more linear shelf, dropping down to the south, that south circulation.
Okay. And again, certainly that storm that is the northern part, we're talking about a fairly substantial hail core here with this, or the central part, I guess I should say. East of Albin, and then rural areas north of Bushnell is where that hail core is. We also see some hail on that storm just southeast of LaGrange, and another storm with some smaller hail, possibly just southwest of Gering right now. So we'll have to keep an eye on that also. Again, as we possibly see some of that hail out there also right now. So again, all these storms are moving east or northeast. The bottom part of it's moving southeast. The whole thing is essentially kind of a broken line as it's tracking off to the east, generally speaking, but certainly some additional development in southern Scottsbluff County being noted as well, and some strengthening there. Nothing severe in that area, though. Certainly the most severe part is where you're at. And the south edge of that is very, very near Bushnell. Again, we cannot confirm that there's a tornado. There is a tornado warning for Bushnell. I think based on what we're seeing on radar, you need to treat this as if there is a tornado. If you're in Bushnell, you need to get to a basement. I-80 from Bushnell to Kimball, that area is also very near this circulation. So if you're on I-80, pull over, allow this storm to pass. Or if you're coming out of Pine Bluff, stop. If you're in the Kimball area, maybe try to seek shelter until this storm goes over you. Again, it's going to move right into the Kimball area or very close to it here soon. But right now, it's very, very near Bushnell.
Dan, where again are you located on your stream, and where are you positioned at exactly?
Okay, I'll tell you here in just a second. I am about 12 miles northwest of Kimball. I'm going to turn south here, and you'll see that southern area of interest in my stream here in just a second, if my stream's still working.
It is working right now, yep.
And there it is. I know you guys are a little delayed, but...
So certainly that south part looks like it's a little stronger.
Yeah, the south part's taken over. Looks like it's not real low to the ground right at this moment, but that doesn't always matter.
And we now see that. Again, we're seeing that reporting here, or seeing your video there live on that storm as it's turned to the south. And that is certainly something we're going to have to watch. Again, this is not uncommon with severe thunderstorms. They do this where they kind of go back and reform over themselves occasionally. So not completely out of the question that this happens from time to time. And again, that's what we're seeing happen here right now, as this storm is got some indication of some rotation on it. We've got some reports, Dan, coming in of possible damage to power lines in the area where you were at earlier. Again, coming in from the Pine Bluffs Fire Department, but that would likely be to the north of Pine Bluffs. So,
this southern storm's got some really good inflow. I could see the dirt pulling in and up right into the base of the supercell here.
Yeah, we're seeing that here also on your stream that you're showing us. And again, watching that closely also. Want to remind folks, we talked earlier about if you're on the I-80 corridor between Kimball and Bushnell. That area is, I believe, under construction still, and is head-to-head traffic through there. So you're certainly going to have to pay attention to something else in addition to that when you're traveling through. This rotation looks like it is very near Bushnell right now, and again is moving to the south and east. At last report, it was at about 30 miles an hour. The central and northern portion of this is 22 miles northwest of Kimball, moving east at 50. And looks like we have, let's see if this is new. Update on that severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Kimball, southwestern Banner, east central Laramie counties. All the areas outside the tornado warning. Tennis ball-sized hail and 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts are likely with this storm. It's located 9 miles east of Albin, moving east at 35. This warning also includes Kimball as well as Bushnell, Harrisburg, Oliver Reservoir, and Campground, as well as the Kimball Airport. So two different severe thunderstorm warnings out, 2 different tornado warnings. Severe thunderstorm warnings both go until 8. The tornado warnings both go until 8 as well. And I think we have an update. A severe storm capable of producing a tornado over Oliver Campground, 9 miles west of Kimball, moving southeast at 30. Dan, in addition to the tornado, they're saying baseball-size hail with this storm again. Take cover now if you're in Bushnell or Kimball. Again, this storm is very, very near Bushnell right now, and it is time for you to seek shelter right away here with this storm if you're in the Bushnell area. And again, it's not going to take it long to get to Kimball, probably less than 10 minutes. Again, as far as you can see, Dan, though, still no tornadic development on this, but a very well organized wall cloud, it looks like.
Yeah, looks like it's getting a little more organized, and it looks like it's going to start rain wrap deal again. I'm on the north side of it here, kind of looking back into that notch, and don't see it. It's
Kind of
still really not near as low as the last one.
kind of storm that could produce a tornado just at any moment there, though, right, Dan?
Yeah, absolutely. It could at any time. You never know.
Radar shows some intense rotation now, probably the most rotation we've seen in probably the last 20 minutes or so. Just, and I mean just, northeast of Bushnell. Distance from that cannot be more than 2 miles, mile and a half maybe, northeast of Bushnell. We're seeing some intense rotation again here with this storm. We're seeing the tornado signatures on radar again with that storm. As Dan gets into position there closer, we'll show you, those of you watching on our video stream on radar, where we're talking about. And again, it's just northeast of Bushnell, maybe right over the I-80 corridor now. If we have an update on the tornado warning for northeastern Laramie County, it is canceled. Continues for southwestern Banner County until 8 o'clock. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado over Harrisburg. I don't think it's over Harrisburg yet. That would be incorrect, I believe. We'll call it 21 miles northwest of Kimball, moving east at 50. In addition to the tornado, 3-inch diameter hail. That is larger than baseballs, possible with this storm as it moves to the east. Severe thunderstorm warning has been dropped for Goshen and Laramie counties. Continues for southwestern Scottsbluff and northwestern Banner counties. Severe storm 8 miles east of LaGrange, 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail. It is showing some signs of weakening. And, Dan, we're seeing quite an intense amount of rotation now. Very, very, very near Bushnell, maybe just east of Bushnell. We've got a fairly significant, even tornado debris signature being indicated on radar here right now. So we'll have to pay very close attention to that. Some even potential debris ball possible with that. And radar is estimating hail could be to grapefruit size in that area. I don't know if we lost Dan.
Yeah,
Oh, there you are.
I'm here. I'm approximately just 6 miles northeast of that circulation. You can see that there is a pretty good core of precipitation in there. I don't see anything from up here right now.
That is good news.
Both of those tornado warnings, Bill, they're officially listed until 8, I believe. Is that right? 8 o'clock?
Yeah, I think every warning we have out is until 8. The northern part of that, northwest of Harrisburg, moving into Scottsbluff County, is really falling apart. It's the Harrisburg area and the Bushnell-Kimball area that we're most concerned about. And we continue to track that storm. There's a area there on the far south edge of it. There's a pretty good rain-wrapped area that extends from Kimball back to north of Bushnell. And then there's a notch in there right along I-80 where this tornadic signature is being picked up on radar. It's shown it now for 3 scans here in a row. So it certainly gets our attention as we pay close attention to radar. And again, it is radar. There are flaws in it. Sometimes it reports things that are simply not accurate. Other times it does a really good job. And again, we're seeing a couple of different areas of potential tornadic signatures. These would be just east of Bushnell, right, maybe just north of I-80, between I-80 and Highway 30 is where the strongest section of that is. And again, capable of producing up to grapefruit ball-size hail. So that is significant hail that would be reported with that as well, if that is the case. And again, Dan's in place to see that storm, and we do not see a tornado on the ground. There's some new rotation as well on the southern edge of that storm in Banner County off to the north. That storm there is going to get close soon to Harrisburg. If it continues its path, it's still west of Highway 71.
We're at 7:53 and coming up to 7:54, so 6 minutes on all of these tornado warnings, 2 of them, and 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. And we will see as we approach 8 o'clock, likely to be extensions of some of this, you would think, Bill.
Definitely think that Bushnell County, the Bushnell-Kimball County warning there will be extended. Certainly haven't seen anything on radar that would justify not extending it. And as far as the Kimball County warning goes, definitely going to continue that for hail, whether or not they continue that for the tornado portion of it or not. We would be concerned about the hail threat, definitely with that storm also.
Anything new from Dan?
Well, right now, Ebo Nation, that circulation is just to my southwest, and the other one, just to my northwest, and they're both rain wrapped. So I can see parts of both of them, but I can't totally see one of them.
All right. Again, this is with these storms, we're looking at 2 different thunderstorms. Still looks like there's some definite rotation in that southern edge of the storm. And we're getting reports of possible damage now to a home in Laramie County. That would not surprise you at all, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's not a lot of population out there, but that thing was big. So it was covering some big area.
Again, we're watching this here and see if we get new update coming in. Let's see. We've got reports of multiple power lines down along Highway 85 in Laramie County also. And the town of LaGrange is being reported without power now as well. So, again, starting to get some of these reports coming in from back behind this storm as it moved through the region. Again, we're just about 3 minutes in front of 3 or 4 minutes here in front of 8 o'clock. That's when all these warnings were set to expire. The tornado warning has been canceled for Banner County. It'll expire at 8 as the warning is weakened below severe limits and no longer poses a tornado threat. But the severe thunderstorm warning continues for the area. So we're down to just one tornado warning left now, and it's the southern edge, the edge that Dan is tracking right now. Angela Philbrick, State Farm Insurance Weather Chaser Dan Fitz, tracking this particular storm. Again, it is in Kimball County and very near the city of Kimball here. Should be encroaching on Kimball here in the next couple of minutes or so, as it is very near the Kimball area. I believe we'll double check our camera here in Kimball and see if we have our live feed out of Kimball, which we do not right now. So unable to check that for you. But we do have this storm tornado warning out now until 8 o'clock. So we'll see here if this is extended or allowed to expire in just a couple of minutes. My guess is, looking at radar, they will extend it, as it does continue to show some good signs of rotation. And as Dan mentioned, it is rain wrapped, which is concerning also.
Yeah, I'm turning south here again. I'll see if I can get another look at it here or get that in the stream.
Also have a report from Fire Rescue, Dan, of a damaged home in Albin. 2 tornadoes were reported in that location at the time. Again, this is a home reported damaged in Albin when that storm moved through. Let's see if we have a new update coming in here yet. We don't yet on that warning in Kimball County, so we will continue to wait for that to come in. Getting all kinds of information coming in here at the same time, so trying to follow along with all this and update everybody on what we're getting here at once. Doing my best job of multitasking.
We want to thank everybody for joining us along the Rural Radio Network stations here this evening. Turned into a severe weather evening across the region. We're approaching 8 o'clock now here at 7:59.
Yep, we continue to have a tornado warning out until 8, and we will see what we have here. We do expect a new update, and see here if we can tell you. We do have some photos in now of some damaged pivots in that area too. Okay, I do have a new warning for you. Let's get this for you. It's a fairly large size warning. It looks like it's going to include most of those areas that were previously under the warning. It goes until I'm assuming 9 o'clock at 8:45. This is for West Central Cheyenne, Kimball, and Banner counties. At 7:58, severe thunderstorms were along a line from 6 miles west of Harrisburg to 10 miles north of Oliver Campground to near Oliver Reservoir, moving east at 30. These are destructive storms for Kimball and Banner counties. 2-inch or 3-inch diameter hail and 70-mile-an-hour winds are likely. This includes Kimball. This includes Dix, Oliver Campground, Oliver Reservoir, the Kimball Airport, Harrisburg, and Bushnell. Also, a new tornado warning has been issued. until 8:30 for southeastern Kimball County. At 7:59, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado over Oliver Reservoir or near Kimball, moving southeast at 20 miles an hour, should be near Kimball in 10 minutes. In addition to the tornado, hail up to 3 inches in diameter that is larger than baseball size, likely with this storm. Dan, I know you've been out in this storm. We have not seen indicative of a tornado yet, and you've seen lots of hail with this storm as well.
Yeah, up to baseballs back by Albin. In my live stream right now is that area rotation just to the west of Kimball. I'm just 4 miles north of Kimball looking back to the southwest. Nothing's down right now, but there's that area of rotation right there.
I think, Bill, you mentioned that tornado warning does include I-80 in Nebraska between mile markers 13 and 21, too.
Okay. Again, this is, if you're watching us here, you're looking at Dan's live stream. Again, he mentioned it is tornado not on the ground right now, but it is certainly a tornado-warned storm. And it is that new tornado-warned storm, as Doppler radar indicates a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado over Oliver Reservoir near Kimball. And again, it is moving to the southeast at about 20 miles an hour. In addition to the tornado, it's capable of producing 3-inch diameter hail that is larger than baseball size. The storm will be in Kimball by about 8:10, and as Steve mentioned, it does include portions of I-80 there between Kimball and Bushnell, between mile markers 13 and 21. You need to take cover if you're in the Kimball area. This storm, and if it does not produce a tornado, still capable of producing giant hail larger than baseball size, and that is destructive hail in its own right, as we've recently seen. Dan, stay with us. We'll keep tracking that storm here for you as well as we watch this move across the region. We're going to step aside for a very brief break here. Again, a very brief break. We'll step aside, and we'll come back here in just a moment as we continue our coverage here tonight on the Rural Radio Network.
At Greg's Auto Body and Paint, our #1 priority is you. As a family-owned and operated company, we strive to give you high-quality auto body repair with integrity, honesty, and fairness. We do all auto collision repair, and when it comes to hail, well, hail, yes, we fix that too with paintless dent repair. Greg's Auto Body and Paint since 1998 on the corner of South Beltline and 5th Avenue, Scottsbluff. Call or stop in for free estimates. Greg's Auto Body and Paint, 632-3113.
Platte River Glass in Scottsbluff looks forward to helping you with all your windshield replacement and repairs. They can take care of your back window, car door windows, and window regulators, along with chip repairs and headlight polishing, too, from your everyday vehicle to heavy machinery, semis, and classic cars. Lee, Shannon, and Ryan, thank you for your service with a military discount every day. Make your first stop your only stop. Platte River Glass, downtown Scottsbluff, 633-0100.
At Valley Roofing and Restoration, we say go with experience, go with integrity, go with the people you can trust. Locally owned and operated, we are a proud member of the roofing and restoration community and have been since 1982. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and we specialize in the insurance claims process. Give us a call today at 308-641-5056. Come check us out on Facebook, 641-5056.
It's one of the largest walk-in fireworks dealers in America. And they've got a store in Scottsbluff loaded with sky candy. It's Discount Fireworks, selling virtually all legally available fireworks, which now include bottle rockets. Something for every budget, every show, every party. Discount Fireworks has the hottest fireworks in America. Your 4th of July will really pop with help from Discount Fireworks. By the Sugar Factory across from Reganis Auto Sales. East Overland, Scottsbluff.
Ashley Furniture Home Store in Scottsbluff is having a 4th of July sale. That's right, at their 4th of July sale, you can save up to 45%. So stop by and save. Open Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Big savings at Ashley Furniture Home Store in Scottsbluff.
If you've been having your McDonald's sausage McMuffin with an iced coffee from somewhere else, now's the right time to reconsider.
Try a refreshingly cool, even bolder iced coffee today and pair it with one of your McDonald's favorites, like an Egg McMuffin, Sausage McMuffin with egg, or Sausage McGriddles. Order ahead on the app and pick up curbside. At participating McDonald's, compared to prior iced coffee.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This is a severe weather update from the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center. Brought to you by Fisher Roofing and Restoration, Nebraska Public Power District, Kendall Henderson American Family Insurance, Fiero Wireless, and by Bumper to Bumper Collision Center.
It's 8:06 along the Rural Radio Network stations here this evening. I'm Steve Chose in the Weather Center, along with weather analyst Bill Boyer and Angela Philbrick, State Farm severe weather chaser Dan Fitz joining us as well here this evening. Bill?
We can tell you trained weather spotters have just reported 3-inch diameter hail at Oliver Reservoir, accompanied by 60-mile-an-hour winds. So that would be 3-inch diameter wind-driven hail. That is going to cause a significant amount of damage when you talk about wind-driven hail at 60 miles an hour. Dan, that is west behind this potential tornado, or area where the potential tornado was when it moved across the region. Again, it's very near Kimball right now, moving to the southeast at 20. And we're watching your live stream, and looks like a lot of rain where you're at and some hail.
Yeah, and there's a funnel cloud there hanging out of the bottom of that rotating wall cloud there. I've seen it a couple times. It kind of gets more distinct, and then it kind of falls apart. Okay, tornado. We got a long rope tornado.
And is this still just west? Is this just west of Kimball?
Is southwest of Kimball, south of the interstate. There you go. It's in the stream.
Yep, we can see it on the ground there. We can see it tearing up dirt, and the rotation that goes all the way to the ground. Again, if you're watching on our live stream, you can see that here as we speak. A tornado is formed, again, just southwest of Kimball here with this storm, and that is definitely where this rotation is at, just south of I-80, just southwest of Kimball. And we're seeing that it is definitely a rope tornado on the ground there. It is not an incredibly large tornado. It's a long tornado as it goes way up into the cloud.
Yeah, long rope. Reaches down a long ways.
Again, this is rural areas southwest of Kimball. This can't be, I would assume, very far from the Kimball airport.
It'd be just west of that, I'm sure.
On your stream, Dan, which direction are you traveling?
Stream is looking to the southwest.
Stream is looking southwest, and he would be just right near the Kimball area then, as this is just southwest of Kimball. Looks like it might be roping out a bit, at least on what we're seeing here. Maybe a little delayed from you. Certainly the storm is moving further away from the circulation on the ground.
Yeah, it's roping out. Still dirt on the ground. I think that's remnant dirt.
So again, another tornado here.
Just long rope, not on the ground anymore. I don't see it on the ground anymore anyway.
A tornado warning in effect for southeastern Kimball County until 8:30 this evening.
A confirmed tornado was located just southwest of the Kimball airport. That's where Dan is looking at. moving southeast at 20. Trained weather spotters have confirmed a tornado with this storm. It includes I-80 between mile markers 15 and 21. And again, just as a report now coming into us, Dan, of 1.5 inch diameter hail just south of Kimball, a mile south of Kimball, 1.5 inches. And again, that was with 3-inch diameter hail, wind-driven hail in Oliver Reservoir.
That tornado is totally dissipated now. Funnel and everything's dissipated.
It's amazing how quick these form and leave. That seems somewhat uncommon to me, but maybe that is common when it comes to tornadoes in this region. Certainly, the sheer number of them here in the last few days is definitely higher than normal. But to see them form and go through a life cycle of just a couple of minutes and then they're gone as quickly as they form, it doesn't take long for this to spin up a tornado, and it doesn't take long for it to rope out.
Yeah, that's partly what makes them so dangerous. They develop so rapidly. Before you know it, they're just there.
Again, we're seeing the rotation very clear on radar. A couple of different areas of rotation that is clear. And this happened earlier. We saw the tornado in the front part begin to rope out, and then a new one formed back behind it. Certainly the notch in there is right very near Highway 71 south of Kimball. That has got to be really close to the airport. I've got my cursor here on the airport on my radar I'm looking at on my screen. The most intense part of this rotation is probably about 2 miles south of the Kimball Airport, just west of Highway 71. So it's not too terribly far from crossing over into Colorado. Severe thunderstorm warning continues until 8:45 for west central Cheyenne, Kimball, and eastern Banner counties. Severe storms along the line from Harrisburg to 9 miles north of Kimball to near the Kimball Airport, moving east at 30 miles an hour. Radar indicated, and at 8:01, ping pong ball size hail was reported a mile south of Kimball. 70-mile-an-hour winds and 2-inch diameter hail are likely with these storms. Seek shelter now in a sturdy structure as these storms are producing large hail. If you're in Kimball, Dix, Harrisburg, or the Kimball Airport, you're in the path of these storms.
These storms, Bill, have already had a history of producing some confirmed damage with them as well.
Yeah, back in Laramie County, we have reports of a home damage in Albin and some pivots overturned, some power line damage. Dan, you are on I-80, and this hail is hitting I-80 here, so if folks are traveling to the west, you're going to want to stop here as this storm's approaching your area.
Yeah, so far I'm just on the east side of Kimball, like you say, right by I-80. It's small hail here so far, but I'm sure there's bigger ones coming.
Again, getting a report of a funnel cloud over Kimball now, being reported just a couple of minutes ago, with golf ball size hail falling in Kimball. Again, there's a second area of rotation that looks like it's right near Kimball, and the other one is southeast of Kimball. We're seeing a second notch form in there again. This is what happened earlier with this storm. It produced a second notch up to the north, and that's the part that went into Albin. So if you were in Kimball, I would go ahead and get to a basement. Wait till this storm passes. It's already in your area or very close with the hail, but it's very possible if there is some rotation, or there is rotation, it's very possible if there is a tornado, it could come after the hail here any moment. So make sure you seek shelter. My goodness, are you at an exit, or is that on the interstate where all those people are parked under there?
They're all parked under the overpass like they usually do, blocking the roads. Yeah, trying to look back over Kimball here. I don't see anything right now.
It looks like you're headed south now from the interstate on that the East Kimball exit, and heading to the south there.
Gonna head south and east and see if I can stay in position with this thing here.
We're getting another debris signature on that storm to your south, Dan. Would be just east of Highway 71, out in rural areas of south central and southeastern Kimball County. Seeing if there's anything new here. Let's see. Tornado warning continues at 8:08. A confirmed tornado was near the Kimball Airport near Kimball, moving southeast at 20. Definitely got some re-intensification here. Almost a debris ball here on radar. It looks like it is forming. This would be southeast of Kimball, about 2 miles, 3 miles, we'll say, southeast of the Kimball Airport, which you're not very far from that area.
Yeah, that area just to my southwest.
And again, the storm is moving southeast. So again, we'll watch this very closely. There's an area of hail to the north. It is very near, would be Highway 71, just in the far southern edge of Banner County. That's going to be right in the vicinity of Monkey Ranch there. It looks like that area has got another area of possible hail, maybe to the size of baseballs even. We've had reports of center pivots overturned near Gun Barrel. We've had reports of 90-mile-an-hour winds with a flip pivot earlier when that storm went through Gun Barrel as well. And we're seeing more reports of wind and hail coming in. Golf ball size hail reported in Kimball. And no reports out of Banner County yet. And again, Dan has been on this. We had a confirmed tornado touchdown just a few minutes ago. That debris ball seems to be gone on radar. And the rotation seems to still be there, though, very near where you're getting to.
Okay, we have tennis balls on the ground here about 3.5 miles southeast of Kimball. I'm afraid my road network is gonna prevent me from staying in position. I'm not sure here about.
Yeah, there's limited roads in that area. Again, we're south of I-80, southeast of Kimball. Again, Dan reporting tennis ball size hail there in that area. We're watching. Problem with these storms is they've been forming in an area where unless you can get in front of them just correctly, they become rain wrapped, and that is causing some issues. I believe the go ahead.
I was going to say visibility has been poor. It's just been briefly visible and then rain wrapped. So again,
we're paying attention to a couple of different things. It looks like that severe thunderstorm watch has been extended out. Now includes further areas to the south and east down into northeastern Colorado, over towards Ogallala, Grant, Imperial. We now have a report here just coming in. And again, these are preliminary, folks. We can't confirm this, but Dan's close enough. We will send him possibly to this area if he runs out of roads. But we have a report now of a structure damage just south of Kimball coming into us again. That's preliminary, but again, just being reported to us of a possible structure damage just south of Kimball with these storms. Would not be surprised at all, as we've seen that tornado there earlier. Even if the tornado dissipated, some very strong rear flank downdraft, or RFD, also, and some just gusting out winds can cause the damage from that, as these can sometimes exceed 80 to 90 miles an hour very easily.
Yeah, that is for sure.
Severe thunderstorm.
I'm seeing kind of what I was seeing on Friday now, this big area of rotating rain and hail sheets underneath that mezzo. I can definitely see a big area of just rotating rain and hail. So
okay, again, that's southeast of Kimball. And again, we'll continue to track this as well. We've got, let's go back here and give you an update on this warning for Kimball County. West Central Cheyenne, Eastern Kimball, Southeastern Banner County. Severe thunderstorm warning until 8:45. Severe thunderstorms from near Harrisburg to 9 miles north of Kimball to near the Kimball Airport. Tennis ball size hail has been reported 3 miles southeast of Kimball. With this storm, it is capable of producing 70-mile-an-hour winds as well. Interstate 80 mile marker 17 to 36. Kimball, Dix, Harrisburg, and the Kimball Airport still in the path of this storm. They're producing giant hail. Seek shelter now. Tornado warning continues until 8:30 for southeastern Kimball County. This is the storm that Dan is in, and again, he's reporting areas of rotating hail and wind, or hail and rain columns. Again, that is coming in with this storm. Very broad, large rotation is what's causing some of this issue too, and the visibility, like you said, has been awful at best.
Yeah, and that's, right now I'm currently getting into the forward flank downdraft here, where it's raining and hailing. I can't see to the southwest very clearly. See if I can get a south option to get back south again.
New tornado warning has just been issued for western Cheyenne and southeastern Kimball County. It's until 8:45. Severe thunderstorms capable of producing a tornado near Kimball Airport, 7 miles southeast of Kimball, moving east at 20. Hail up to 3 inches in diameter, and the tornadoes possible with this storm. If you're in rural areas of western Cheyenne and southeastern Kimball counties, it's time to seek shelter. This could produce a tornado at any moment. So again, we continue to have a tornado warning out with this. This is rural areas south and east of Kimball, south of I-80, and down to the Colorado border.
Bill, you said you had an unconfirmed report of some structural damage south of Kimball. Was that right?
Yeah, that is a preliminary unconfirmed report of some possible structure, a structure damaged south of Kimball. We've got a picture of some very large hail here as well in the Kimball area, as large as a palm of a hand, that was just sent to me as well from some folks in Kimball. So that is a very large hail, obviously. Dan is in some of that hail as well right now, and he had tennis ball size hail there earlier.
Yeah, right now these are about 1 inch in front of it. I'm getting out in front of it a ways now, trying to get into good position here again.
Hard to find roads, like you said, in this area. There aren't a ton of them, and that causes some of the issues as well. Check on that hail core off to the north. I don't believe I've got some resources I'll check there, and southern Kimball County or southern Banner County. Mostly smaller size hail reported there so far. That storm is right over Highway 71, though, and in south of Harrisburg.
Kind of on the Kimball Banner County line, looks like, Bill.
Yep, and just north of there, probably up through the cafe area there is where that area is. Then it is lighter down to Kimball, and then certainly this nasty core, which looks like it's reforming again into a notch and an appendage on the southern edge. We're further south and east now of Kimball with that potential development. Storm has done this multiple times now, where it's formed, produced some tornadoes briefly, or a very large tornado earlier in areas of Laramie County, and now briefer tornadoes here in Kimball County. Again, a new tornado warning out. This is for western Cheyenne, southeastern Kimball County until 8:45. That's the same time as the expiration time of the severe thunderstorm warning. 8:45 for the tornado warning for western Cheyenne, southeastern Kimball County. Tornado possible near Kimball Airport, 7 miles southeast of Kimball, moving east at 20. It'll remain in rural areas. Severe thunderstorm warning until 8:45 for west central Cheyenne, eastern Kimball, and southeastern Banner counties. Severe storms from near Harrisburg to 9 miles north of Kimball to near the Kimball Airport, moving east at 30 miles an hour. We'll give Dan a couple moments to get repositioned. Step aside here for another quick commercial break and come back here in just a moment. Again, we have, before we go to break here, Steve, I have some more information now. Emergency management in Kimball is reporting a house damaged 1 mile south of Kimball near the airport. Multiple power lines are down as well south of the reservoir. Again, emergency management has reported damage to a home 1 mile south of Kimball near the Kimball Airport. Multiple power lines are down as well south of the reservoir. That from a tornado in the mile south of the Kimball area, again in the Kimball Airport vicinity. So that just into us here. Again, we'll take a quick break, let Dan get repositioned. Severe weather coverage continues on the Rural Radio Network right after this.
You could throw your flip-flop at a bug.
Ew, a bug, get it.
But the chances of actually hitting it
over there
are statistically
it's still alive.
Unlikely. Good thing nature's got your back. Stem bug killers combine powerful active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and geraniol and scientifically engineer them into effective bug-fighting formulas, safe for use as directed around people, pets, and throughout the home. Stem, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
FNBO is the great big small bank, and for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com, member FDIC.
Let your local farmers insurance agent, Vi Wrights, put her experience to work for you. Vi Wrights proudly serves Panhandle families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call the Wrights Agency at 308-633-4788 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Wrights Agency at 308-633-4788. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, dum, bum, bum, bum.
Quality care from renowned specialists is closer than you think at Morrill County Community Hospital in Bridgeport. Pulmonary function testing exams are now available at Morrill County Community Hospital. If your provider is considering pulmonary function testing for you, Morrill County Community Hospital has openings available. Call the specialty clinic at 308-279-7010 for scheduling. Physician orders are required. As always, Morrill County Community Hospital continues to look forward to providing our patients and the community with the best possible care right here at home.
With the warmer weather, thoughts are turning to construction and remodel projects, and a new gas fireplace is perfect for that. Whether you are looking for an efficient heater or just the ambiance of a fireplace, Jackson Alliance has the products and know-how to help your dreams become a reality. Today's fireplaces are designed to go almost anywhere, from bedrooms, family rooms, even outdoors. Plus, they can increase the value of your home by up to 12%. So, get to dreaming and give Jax a call at 762-1613. Serving the entire Panhandle, Jax Heating, Cooling Stoves, and Fireplaces in Alliance, the quality people.
Ready to step into homeownership? Platte Valley Bank can help you take advantage of every adventure. Whether you're building, buying, or moving up, we have the home loan to fit your needs. You have plans, goals, and dreams for your future home? Let our friendly mortgage lenders help guide you down the right path for the perfect home loan. You belong here.
Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You can count on Platte Valley Bank. Community banking for you.
When it's the hottest day of the summer. But it's the hottest day of the summer. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local convenience store today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Selling on Big Iron June 28th from Mitchell, a like-new 2021 John Deere 348 small square baler and an Industrious America 140 pull-type blade from Scotts Bluff, a 2008 Bobcat V723 telehandler, a 1996 Ford F800 boom truck, and a 2010 Ford F250 pickup with a custom flatbed from Alliance, a Vermeer R23 twin basket rake, plus a lot of other nice equipment you don't want to miss.
Calling all CNAs. Goshen Healthcare Community is hiring with some exciting benefits. New pay rates and schedule options. Night shift CNAs can make $20 per hour. Call for details. New CNAs start at $16 per hour, offering a $2,000 sign-on bonus for night shift and $1,000 for day shift. Goshen Healthcare Community will help out with out-of-state license transfers. There is a nighttime and weekend differential on top of an already great wage. If you're a CNA or just thinking about a career change, Goshen Healthcare Community is looking for you. Apply online at vetris.com or call 307-338-2321.
This is a severe weather update from the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center. Brought to you by Fisher Roofing and Restoration, Nebraska Public Power District, Kendall Henderson American Family Insurance, Viero Wireless, and by Bumper to Bumper Collision Center.
In the Rural Radio Network Storm Center here this evening, we're at 8:32 and joined by weather analyst Bill Boyer and Angela Philbrick, State Farm Severe Weather Chaser Dan Fitz this evening. Bill?
Dan, watching your stream right now, what are we looking at here right in the center?
That's what's left of that it's an old occlusion from south of Kimball there that's totally occluded off. The new area is just to my southwest. But I was watching that real close. Sometimes that's when they really spin up and do it again, is when they totally occlude like that.
Okay. See, I think we've got some new stuff here. Let's see. We've got a report of officially a tornado 2 miles south of Kimball 4 minutes ago, at 8:29, from a Weather Service employee. Again, 2 miles south of Kimball.
That could be this circulation I'm looking at moments ago before I could see it.
Emergency manager reported tennis ball size hail 3 miles southeast of Kimball. Again, we had the report of a rope tornado just south of Kimball. That was the one that we saw earlier. And a report of, again, possible damage. Emergency manager reporting damage to a home a mile south of Kimball, near the Kimball Airport. That rotation you mentioned back there, on that part, then the main rotation is to your south and east, it looks like, as it continues to move out, and it's going to go into very rural areas of far southeastern Kimball County now. That is where that tornado-warned storm is heading to. We also are noticing that there's quite a bit of rotation here in this storm still. in a couple of different areas. Again, 8:45 is the expiration time of these severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings. Western Cheyenne, southeastern Kimball County, with a confirmed tornado a mile south of Kimball at 8:28. That was just 7 minutes ago. Off-duty National Weather Service employee confirmed a tornado 1 mile south of Kimball at 8:28. This tornadic supercell will remain over rural areas of western Kimball and western Cheyenne and southeastern Kimball counties. Also, a severe thunderstorm warning continues until 8:45 for west central Cheyenne, eastern Kimball, southeastern Banner County. Severe thunderstorm near Harrisburg, 9 miles north of Kimball to near the Kimball Airport, moving east at 30. Tennis ball size hail and 70-mile-an-hour winds are likely with this storm. It has been confirmed that this storm's producing tennis ball size hail. So
yeah, I have tennis balls falling right now, right where I'm at. In fact, there's a few probably a little bigger than that.
Okay, and you're how far southeast there, you think?
I am. Let me measure myself here real quick. I'm 12 miles southeast of Kimball.
All right, again,
12 miles southeast of Kimball.
Baseball size hail falling there. Again, that's coming in right now with this storm falling here where Dan is at. So, again, this storm getting in rural areas. This tornado warning set to expire here in about 9 minutes. We could tell you a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was 7 miles south of Dix, 11 miles southeast of Kimball, moving east at 20. That is still what's left on that particular storm, and it goes until 8:45 this evening. So that's the tornado warned part of it. The severe thunderstorm warning extends up into Banner County, Steve.
Yeah, that thunderstorm warning that you just talked about, covering those areas of the Panhandle, west central Cheyenne and eastern Kimball and southeastern Banner County. This severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 8:45 for another 8 minutes or so. The heaviest part of that weather off to the north of the Kimball County line in that southern area of Banner County, and it would look like, Bill, that the heaviest part of that activity, the heaviest part of that severe weather is just off to the east of Highway 71 in that southern area, southern and southeast area of Banner County right now.
Yeah, the only report we had out of there was some smaller hail when that went through that area. Again, maybe to the size of dimes or pennies is all that we had reports of there when that storm went through in far southern Kimball and Banner, or far southern Banner County.
A little further north, there had been an area of thunderstorms that looked like it would have been maybe capable of producing at least some small hail, and stronger wind gusts was in an area kind of south of Gearing. That has floated off to the east and dissipated quite a bit as it's moved into mainly areas of Morrill County now. Much lighter areas of precip in that region right now, as opposed to the severe storm activity that's rumbling through parts of Banner and Kimball County and starting to move into areas of far southwest Cheyenne County here this evening.
Yep, and that storm's going to continue to move to the south and east over rural areas, eventually maybe holding together long enough. Lorenzo, Pete's, those areas are where we're looking at eventually the storm getting into, and it will be out of our coverage area primarily once the storms exit the Nebraska Panhandle. We do have some thunderstorms in the Bridgeport area, showers and storms there. They are lighter. There is a couple severe thunderstorm warnings way off to the northwest from these storms. This is going to be areas north of Douglas and up near Buffalo. Those storms are expected to maybe intensify and stay together for a bit and eventually turn into some late night or early morning thunderstorms in the northern panhandle tonight. Again, we expect that possible as well, but this activity that here, after it moves through the southern panhandle, should be it for the night, as the activity should begin to wane. It is coming up here on 8:45. We'll allow these warnings to expire here at 8:45 and return to some regular programming, most likely here at 8:45, as these warnings continue to move to the south and east. Again, still that tornado warning out for southeastern Kimball and western Cheyenne counties. And Dan, certainly an overproducing day today for severe weather. I think everybody was expecting some severe weather on Friday. This one maybe caught us a little off guard today, as there wasn't really a super high risk of severe weather today.
Yeah, just really this one isolated cell, and it was definitely an overachiever.
Again, if you're just tuning in, we've had reports of damage, a home damage south of Kimball. We've had reports of a home damaged in Albin, power lines down south of Kimball, south of Oliver Reservoir, wind-driven hail larger than baseballs in the Oliver Reservoir area. Again, that home damaged in Albin. We've had overturned pivots and power lines in areas south of Meriden, between Meriden and the Albin Road area. And then also reports of potentially another home damaged or another structure damaged in that area as well. So multiple reports of damage tonight here across the region. It does look like they're going to allow that severe thunderstorm warning, or the tornado warning, to go. They do have a severe thunderstorm warning now out for southwestern Cheyenne and southeastern Kimball counties now until 9:30. At 8:40, a severe thunderstorm was located near Dix, or 12 miles to the southeast of Kimball, moving southeast at 25. This is a destructive storm for southeast Kimball and southwest Cheyenne counties. Baseball-sized hail and 70-mile-an-hour winds are likely with this storm. Again, it is at 8:35. Baseball-sized hail was reported by Dan, 12 miles southeast of Kimball. The storm will be near Potter, Dix, and Bronson. Prepare for destructive hail capable of producing significant damage. If you're outside, seek shelter in a strong building away from windows. As soon as I said that, I guess I need to apologize, because I lied to you. A new tornado warning has just been issued until 9:15 for southwestern Cheyenne, southeastern Kimball counties. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is 8 miles south of Dix, 13 miles southeast of Kimball, moving east at 20. This will include rural areas, again, of far southeastern Kimball and far southwestern portions of Cheyenne County. Very rural areas there, south of I-80 and south of Potter and Dix. And that's that area that Dan is in. And Dan, we haven't really seen any development there for the last half an hour or so, right?
No, I haven't seen anything. It's very active. A lot of turbulence, just a lot of action going on. A lot of things happening, but extreme hail just to my north. I'm just south of that hail core. It is just roaring up there. I can hear that hail just roaring.
Again, that hail has we've seen it as large as baseball size. So not surprised that you'd be able to hear that. It certainly should have quite a bit of noise to it here across the region. So I think we've about cleaned everything up here. Let's see. This might be a potential new warning that I haven't...
Thunderstorm warning covering areas of Cheyenne, Kimball, Moreland, Banner. I think that's a new one.
Yep, just got that one in here. Severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Cheyenne, northeastern Kimball, southwestern Morrill, southeastern Banner counties till 9:30. Severe thunderstorms from 11 miles southeast of Harrisburg to near Kimball, moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. Golf ball size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds are likely. This includes Courthouse and Jail Rocks and Reddington. These storms are producing large hail, so seek shelter inside. Again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning. With these storms capable of producing golf ball size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds for portions of southwestern Morrill, northwestern Cheyenne, northeastern Kimball, and southeastern Banner counties. Again, down to those two warnings, those two severe thunderstorm warnings, the one tornado warning in far southern portions of the area. We're going to send programming back to regular programming on all of our stations except for 94.1 The Brand. We'll continue live coverage here on 94.1 The Brand, and we are also going to continue coverage on KNEB.TV, Allo Channel 15, Mobius Channel 1500 as well. And we'll do that after a short break. Dan, thanks for hanging with us tonight. We'll let us know when you see something new, okay?
Okay, I will do that.
We'll give your phone a break. Give it a minute to recharge. Steve, we'll take a break here for a moment to make up some commercials here, and again, we'll return you back to regular programming on all the rest of our stations, and we'll be back with severe weather coverage here on 94.1 The Brand in just a few minutes.
Stay tuned to this station for the latest weather updates, or follow us on Facebook or Twitter.
Do you have an idea for a book, fiction, nonfiction, or a children's book? We can help you put it together and bring it to market at Dorrance Publishing. We have thousands of testimonials from people just like you that we've helped get their books sold in stores and online. We've even got a service called The Writer's Coach. It's perfect for people that have a book idea in their head and they just need someone to help them put it on paper. Dorrance Book Publishing has been helping people just like you who have a book idea, written or not, for over 100 years. Imagine being counted among the most famous authors in the world with your very own book. Call right now and let us help you turn a book idea into reality. It's easier than you think. You just need a little help. Call us now.
800-879-4098. 800-879-4098. 800-879-4098. That's 800-879-4098.
Hi, this is Shane with H.E. Ferguson Agency. For over 75 years, our family has been committed to serving Western Nebraska. As an independent insurance agency, we work with all companies. Whether that be health and life insurance, Medicare supplements, group health, or employer-based benefits, we can find what's right for you and your business. Give us a call today at 308-632-6915. Again, that's 308-632-6915.
If your summer fun goes in the water or in the mud or over the open road, then Classic One can insure it. As you get your summer toys ready for another season, don't forget to do a checkup on your insurance coverage as well. Classic One Insurance can provide the right coverage on boats, ATVs, motorcycles, motorhomes, and more. Let us help you find the best company with the best rates that fits your needs. So all you have to do is enjoy the summer. Come see us today at either our Scottsbluff or Gearing locations inside Riverstone Bank.
Morrill is the place to be July 15th for the 25th Horse Creek Rendezvous, starting 7:30 in the morning, annual 5K run, breakfast 7 to 9, annual parade starts at 11. Parade lineup is at 10 a.m. You can throw candy, no entry fee. After the parade, you can enjoy the car show, historical walk in the community, free barbecue, afternoon entertainment, concessions, craft show, and more. Free swimming at the pool all day. Saturday night, join us for the free street dance downtown featuring Emmett Bauer Band on Main Street. Come celebrate Morrill July 15th at Horse Creek Rendezvous.
It's one of the largest walk-in fireworks dealers in America. They've got a store in Scottsbluff loaded with sky candy. It's Discount Fireworks, selling virtually all legally available fireworks, which now include bottle rockets. Something for every budget, every show, every party. Discount Fireworks has the hottest fireworks in America. Your 4th of July will really pop with help from Discount Fireworks. By the Sugar Factory across from Reganis Auto Sales, East Overland, Scottsbluff.
Usually when I talk to my teens about something serious, I'm met with,
"Bruh, you're so cringe."
So I never really thought they were listening. Then last night, I got this call.
"Mom, can you come pick us up? We want to leave because people are drinking here."
Talk to your teens about drugs and alcohol. You might be surprised at how much gets through. Brought to you by the Panhandle Prevention Coalition and funded by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services and Region 1 Behavioral Health Authority.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas, loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
This is Pretection. Yep, Pretection. The everyday skin protection ritual that protects your skin from mosquitoes. Pre-barbecue. Pre-playground. Pre-everything. Pre-every day. Prevention is the best protection. This summer, make sure you have off the #1 dermatologist recommended repellent brand. SC Johnson, a family company.
Hey, you know what I don't get? Why is that company always telling you to just do what? What is it? To just look like everybody else? Or maybe just pay way too much for your shoes? Well, at Skechers, we know what we want you to do. Just slip in. That's right, just slip in to new hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Why? Because slip-ins are the easiest, most comfortable shoes ever. You don't have to bend down to put them on. You don't even have to touch them. Find slip-ins for the whole family at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Get ready to save with Spectrum One. You get Spectrum Internet delivering fast and reliable speeds for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security. And a free Spectrum mobile line with unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G. Go to spectrum.com/save more and use the Spectrum One savings calculator to see how much you can save today. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
You don't put one of the most successful duos in country music history out to pasture. I love you. The Bellamy Brothers are performing live in concert July 8th at the Rosebud Casino. Come relive some of the most well-known Bellamy Brothers hits that have withstood the test of time.
Lovers live longer.
There's just not enough time. Get your tickets today at rosebudcasino.com.
This is a severe weather update from the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center. Brought to you by Fisher Roofing and Restoration, Nebraska Public Power District, Kendall Henderson American Family Insurance, Fiero Wireless, and by Bumper to Bumper Collision Center.
8:53 on 94.1 The Brand this evening, and severe weather coverage along with weather analyst Bill Boyer and Angela Philbrick, State Farm severe weather chaser Dan Fitz. Here's Bill.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. We do continue to have severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings out. No new updates for you, other than we just received a photo here of a possible funnel cloud or tornado at 8:07. So that was about 40 minutes ago, 4 miles south of Dix. With that storm, it still continues to be capable of producing a tornado and larger than baseball-sized hail. It's located, at last check, 8 miles south of Dix, 13 miles southeast of Kimball, moving east at 20 miles an hour. Severe thunderstorm warning continues for that same area. Severe storms near Dix, 12 miles southeast of Kimball, moving southeast at 25. Baseball-sized hail, 70 miles an hour winds in Bronson, Dix, and Potter. And a severe thunderstorm warning out also for northwestern Cheyenne, northeastern Kimball, southwestern Morrill, southeastern Banner counties. Severe thunderstorm there, 11 miles south of Harrisburg, southeast of Harrisburg to near Kimball, moving northeast at 30, capable of golf ball and 60-mile-an-hour winds. That particular storm should be near Courthouse and Jail Rocks and Reddington. Watching our Angela Philbrick, State Farm Insurance weather chaser Dan Fitz live stream right now. Seeing another pretty good little development there of some thunderstorms. Of course, we're approaching dark now here across the region, and all these storms are capable of producing tornadoes, as we've seen very quickly. Last check now on this tornado warning, I believe we have a new update on that, Steve.
Yeah, let's check that specific information on that. This was 8:54, about a minute ago. This tornado warning in effect until 9:15 for southwestern Cheyenne and southeastern Kimball County. Again, this was stamped at 8:54. That's just about a minute ago. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located about 9 miles south of Potter, or about 18 miles southeast of Kimball. Storm moving east about 20 miles per hour. Tornadic threat still with that thunderstorm and baseball-size hail. Tornadic thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of southwestern Cheyenne and southeastern Kimball County here this evening. That tornado warning again for southwest Cheyenne, southeastern Kimball County until 9:15. At 8:54, the severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was about 9 miles south of Potter and moving east at about 20 miles per hour. Tornadic threat with that weather, along with the potential for hail up to the size of baseballs.
The Weather Service in Denver has put out a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Logan County until 9:45. Severe storm 10 miles northwest of Peets, 16 miles west of Sydney. That's all that same storm. Moving to the southeast at 20, 60-mile-an-hour winds, and half-dollar size hail likely with the storm. It does look like overall the storms to the north in portions of Kimball and Banner County appear to be weakening. Not enough that any of the warnings have been canceled so far, but they do appear to be weakening a bit. Again, this is the main show. Certainly there could be some isolated activity later, but this seems to be the main show out here as we speak right now. Again, as we track all these out, really it's a broken line of storms moving northeast at about 30, except for this tornado-warned storm, which seems to be moving southeast at about 30. If we track that storm, the southeast at 30 miles an hour, that is going to put it down around Peets, Colorado, Proctor, and Crook eventually here within the hour. The rest of the storms that we have to the north, again, they seem to be weakening, but if we put a tracker on those particular cells and the leading edge of that, move those northeast at about 30 miles an hour, they are going to eventually move out to the Dalton and Broadwater areas that are just outside the warned boxes right now, but that'll be within an hour. And again, it does look like they're starting to weaken here with some of the loss of daytime heating. So it would not be at all surprised to see that continue to be an issue if these storms start to move out and move across the area here in a lesser environment, as we don't have the daytime heating left out there. Should point out real quick, Steve, for those people tuning in tonight here, that tomorrow does look like a quieter day here across the region. It's hard to say no chance of thunderstorms, but tomorrow does look like a quieter day. Things start to turn a bit more active Wednesday, and then could be quite active again Thursday and Friday with additional severe weather risks here over the rest of the week. So, again, calmer a bit tomorrow. Still maybe some severe weather off to the northern portions of the Panhandle into central Nebraska. But again, that's where we thought today's activity was going to be as well. And then tomorrow, Wednesday, we have a marginal risk of severe storms. And still Thursday and Friday appear to be our best bet of thunderstorms here across the region. So it could be another very long week here as we approach 9 o'clock here this evening. Steve, I'm going to turn things back over to you. And for those of you tuning in to us here tonight, we appreciate all your help. We'll turn things back over to you and let you keep folks up to date here with any new warnings. And appreciate Dan Fitz, Angela Philbrick, State Farm Insurance Weather Chaser Dan Fitz, joining us tonight, and also appreciate all your help as well, Steve.
All right, thank you very much, Bill, and thank you and Dan both for joining us on the coverage tonight.
You bet.
All right. It is 9 o'clock now. This is 94.1 The Brand, KNEB FM, Scottsbluff, Gearing, Nebraska. Active thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings remain in effect here this evening. A tornado warning remains in effect until 9:15 for areas of southeast Kimball and southwest Cheyenne County. This tornado warning remains in effect, as we mentioned, until 9:15. At 8:54, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was about 9 miles south of Potter, and it was moving east about 20 miles per hour. Tornadic threat with that weather, along with baseball-sized hail possibly. Thunderstorm warnings are in effect yet this evening for areas of northwestern Cheyenne and northeastern Kimball County, southwest Morrill, and southeastern Banner County. That severe thunderstorm warning in place until 9:30. At 8:43, severe storms along a line from 11 miles southeast of Harrisburg to near Kimball, moving northeast about 30 miles per hour. Golf ball-sized hail and wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. That was at 8:43. Again, the heaviest part of that weather has passed by Kimball, but another thunderstorm warning for thunderstorms to the northeast of Kimball, encompassing a thunderstorm warning for areas of northeast Kimball, northwest Cheyenne, southwest Morrill, and southeast Banner County. That severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 9:30. Severe storms again along a line from southeast of Harrisburg to near Kimball and a little bit off to the north of Kimball, moving northeasterly at about 30 miles per hour. Some new information on that thunderstorm, that other thunderstorm warning. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 9:30 for southwestern Cheyenne and east central Kimball County. At 9:01, a severe storm about 8 miles south of Potter and moving east at 25 miles per hour. Tennis ball-sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, a continued threat with that weather. That tornado warning also remains in effect this evening until 9:15 for southeast Kimball and southwestern Cheyenne County. Tornadic thunderstorm off to the south of Potter, capable of producing a tornado and baseball-sized hail. And across the border into a part of Logan County, Colorado, there's also a severe thunderstorm warning posted for that area as this activity out of Nebraska starts to slide into areas of Logan County in Colorado here this evening. We'll be back with more updates here on 94.1 The Brand here this evening. We're at 4 minutes past 9 o'clock at KNEB 94.1 The Brand.
Usually when I talk to my teens about something serious, I'm met with,
"Bruh, you're so cringe."
so I never really thought they were listening. Then last night, I got this call.
"Mom, can you come pick us up? We want to leave because people are drinking here."
Talk to your teens about drugs and alcohol. You might be surprised at how much gets through. Brought to you by the Panhandle Prevention Coalition and funded by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services and Region 1 Behavioral Health Authority.
Here at Jack's Gourmet Coffee and Snow, we have so many options it's hard to pick sometimes. Not only do we have our delicious wood-roasted espresso that comes in hot or cold drinks, but we have snow cones and ice cream options. Grab a sundae with our super creamy soft serve ice cream topped with steamy hot fudge, caramel, or juicy strawberry toppings. You can also try a shake or a malt with any flavor combination, from cotton candy to chocolate. Stop by and see us Monday through Saturday, 6:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. on West 27th Street, just east of McDonald's. We look forward to serving you with a smile.
It's one of the largest walk-in fireworks dealers in America. And they've got a store in Scottsbluff loaded with sky candy. It's Discount Fireworks, selling virtually all legally available fireworks, which now include bottle rockets. Something for every budget, every show, every party. Discount Fireworks has the hottest fireworks in America. Your 4th of July will really pop with help from Discount Fireworks. By the Sugar Factory across from Reganis Auto Sales, East Overland, Scottsbluff.
What if you could order high-quality American-made outdoor kitchens and made-to-order patio furniture and fire tables, but at a fraction of what you would pay in Colorado? Now you can. Jack's Heating, Cooling Stoves, and Fireplaces in Alliance is your exclusive dealer in the Panhandle for O.W. Lee patio furniture and fire tables and Fire Magic grills and outdoor kitchens. American-made, top quality, made-to-order, crazy good warranty, and huge discounts. What could be better? Open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Jack's Heating, Cooling Stoves, and Fireplaces in Alliance. The quality people.
The residency is independent living. And beyond life care, I think the biggest thing we bring to the table is sense of community, friendships, and camaraderie. I see a lot of people come in, they might be lonely and they meet new people, and they're like a plant getting water. They just really blossom.
We can still be who we are. We can still be the independent people that we've been all of our life. And I don't think a lot of people really realize that when they think of moving into a nursing home and that you're giving up the life you've had, and it's nothing like that at all. I've done everything I've wanted here.
It has fulfilled our wishes and our needs very well.
It's been good because we can still travel. That's why we retired in the first place. We wanted to go places.
This is home. It has been from the day I moved in.
The residency, independent living, where residents become family.
This is a severe weather update from the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center. Brought to you by Fisher Roofing and Restoration, Nebraska Public Power District, Kendall Henderson American Family Insurance, Fiero Wireless, and by Bumper to Bumper Collision Center.
No information on that tornado warning for a part of the southern Nebraska Panhandle. Severe thunderstorm warning. Or let's move back up to this tornado warning that's in effect for areas of the southern Nebraska Panhandle. The tornado warning for southwest Kimball County has been canceled. Tornadic thunderstorm, which prompted the warning, has moved out of that warned area, and it remains in effect. The tornado warning does for southwestern Cheyenne County until 9:15 for about another 8 minutes or so. 9:03, a severe storm capable of producing a tornado, was about 9 miles south of Potter and moving east at about 20 miles per hour. Tornadic threat remains with that storm, along with hail up to the size of tennis balls. This tornadic thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of southwestern Cheyenne County. In the Kimball County portion of that tornado warning, southeastern Kimball County has been canceled. The tornado warning does remain in effect for southwestern Cheyenne County until 9:15, about another 7 minutes or so. The heaviest part of that severe weather in an area 9 miles south of Potter and moving east at 20 miles per hour. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for southwestern Cheyenne and east central Kimball County until 9:30 this evening. Severe storms capable of producing maybe tennis ball size hail and wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. At 1 minute past 9 o'clock, severe storm in that same general area south of Potter, about 8 miles south of Potter, moving east at 25 miles per hour. And to the north of that thunderstorm warning, another thunderstorm warning covering areas of northwestern Cheyenne and northeastern Kimball, southwest Morrill, and southeast Banner County. That severe thunderstorm warning also in effect until 9:30 this evening. Severe thunderstorms along a line extending from southeast of Harrisburg to near Kimball and now off to the northeast of Kimball at this hour, and those storms moving from last report, moving northeasterly at about 30 miles per hour, with the threat maybe of golf ball sized hail and wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Thunderstorm watch is also officially listed for a large part of the Panhandle and areas of eastern Wyoming. That thunderstorm watch is in place officially until midnight tonight. We'll continue to provide additional updates here throughout the evening on 94.1 The Brand and along the Rural Radio Network, through social media on kneb.tv and through the Rural Radio Network websites as well.
Johnson Cashway in Gering would like to help you keep your home looking beautiful for years to come. That's why they recommend quality products like LP Smart Side Siding. Durable and designed to stand up to intense wind and hail, LP Smart Side Siding is ideal for our area and gives you peace of mind. Now through June 30th, get primed. LP Smart Side 8-inch textured siding for only $14.99 while supplies last. Free local delivery on sales over $150. Visit Johnson Cashway in Gering or give them a call at 436-21...